take it low, can I put up bands?
As Euphoria has confirmed filming for the next season is currently ongoing, it's well fitting that we talk about the season's past. Euphoria is undoubtedly an aesthetic masterpiece. It is filled with breathtaking cinematography, amazing costume design, and one of the most pitch-perfect soundtracks, courtesy of Labyrinth. Sam Levinson overall has done a fantastic job in creating a thrilling show that leaves the audience on the edge of their seats. However, being the sole writer and creator of the series can create some discrepancies, especially in regard to the diversity of the show. This has been a question posed by various viewers of the show, as Sam Levinson has been criticized for his lack of people of color cast as well as the portrayal of black culture. Firstly, it is important to note that Euphoria is one of the most diverse shows on HBO at the moment, and at the same time it isn't. In terms of representing the LGBTQ+ community, Euphoria receives full marks as it is a pinnacle of positive representation. Although many are appalled by its graphic nature, it cannot be denied that the series paints a deeply authentic picture of queer people in a way that many shows have been unable to capture. One of the main romantic plots is the love story between Rue, played by Zendaya, and Jules, played by Hunter Schafer. And it's presented as just that, a love story. Euphoria also handles the characters' sexualities extremely well. This is mostly rooted in the show's notable lack of labels. They are allowed to just be themselves. Additionally, with the show's casting of a trans actor to play a trans character and exploring that as a subplot is not something often seen in film and television. In terms of representation of people of color in the cast, it can be said that Euphoria is lacking in that department, given that the majority of the cast is white, which leaves many of Euphoria's non-white audience craving a more racially diverse cast. Although the show's protagonist, Rue, played by Zendaya, is biracial, and Maddie, played by Alexa Demi, acts as the sole Latina representation, racial diversity is still scarce. There are also little to no characters of Asian descent, apart from Elliot, played by Dominic Fike, who is half Filipino, which isn't accurate given the show is set in California with a prominent Asian community. One of the only black characters, McKay, played by Orji Smith, is a football prodigy, which fuels the already common stereotypes of black men having to be hyper-athletic and hyper-masculine, was introduced in season 1, and his storyline has seemed to be abandoned in the last season. Levinson wrote McKay getting sexually assaulted into the story for it to be never acknowledged and developed, or for McKay to heal. It's also heavily implied in McKay's short flashback that it was centered around his girlfriend Cassie, played by Sydney Sweeney, and used for the development of her character. Throughout the first season, McKay is treated as nothing but a plot device to drive forward Cassie's story, especially as he was completely absent in the last season. His character enduring something so traumatizing, even just to watch, just to be sidelined. It's as if Sam Levinson just shoehorned his character to develop other characters but set up a person of color. Not to mention the common racist stereotyping of McKay being a football player plays into the hyper-masculine and hyper-athletic trope often associated with black men. This may contribute to why the highly anticipated second season fell flat for many of the viewers, because Levinson writes stories empowered by experiences he does not hold. He overuses highly charged dramatics in his plots without developing a story and resolving the trauma that he puts his characters through. The shock and drama captures the audience to an extent, but when the resolutions get lost within the plot and then loses engagement because audiences get confused. Diversity has been a growing issue in Hollywood for some time, as marginalized people want stories that are accurate representations of their own experiences and to be handled with respect. While there is a demand for a more racially diverse cast, it means that there needs to be a racially diverse writers' room. Euphoria is still considered one of the most diverse series on television at the moment, even though there is still a disparity in the people of color casted, which just goes to show that there is still work needed to be done in the entertainment industry so that it can be representative of the world we experience. Thanks for watching JTV. Subscribe for more.